right.
You got 7?
Yeah, I lost to Joy-Con. I am very bad at that matchup.
Against what,
Little Mac. I had to play a Little Mac round 1 and it was already scary. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Game 1.
Game 1 loses for
Yep. This is a best of 5, so the winner of this will move on to play Baltz.
Losers finals.
In the semifinals. It's just half a final. Right now, Jakk keeping far away and getting a good amount of damage, already activating that one wing.
So do you know how one wing works?
So at a certain amount of percentage, or if he's a stock down, it kind of lowers the chance for it. He gets an extra jump. I think some of his moves either become a little more powerful or they get like a little bit of extra.
I know that he gets speed, but all his moves get damage.
Yeah, and I believe he keeps it the entire stock left until he dies, which can be very devastating if you have the lead and he's able to catch back up. But right now, Jakk keeping his composure, just getting out of the way of that recovery.
That average range. Wow. Right from it, still whipped.
Very scary position there for Jakk, getting just out of the way with that dash attack. All right, opting for the forward throw, keeping him in disadvantage.
That sounds so far, even though it's
Ooh, and the counter. That's a tricky thing here that I feel like we're going to be seeing a lot from Gomez. Just from the last set I remember seeing Jakk play on stream, he was really opting for those, those catches on ledge. But even stock, even game at 2 apiece now. Jakk finding the back throw.
I try and use that side B to like cover roll in and neutral get up options. And even if he rolls away, it's going to be so much harder, giving Sephiroth like more room to move around.
Definitely. Ooh, catching him immediately with that up tilt. Ooh. I feel like there are certain moves that like there's like a mental factor when you get hit by them. I feel like that move is just so like it just kind of juts out at you. That hurts. Jakk now trying to find a little bit of a way out of this disadvantage. Got about even percent now, but one wing is now active, catching him with those double lasers. I think if he can parry it, Jakk could be able to get the 2-frame on that just in time. But right now, maintaining his advantage state slowly but surely. All right, he's able to get it. Maybe he was hoping he wouldn't have to try and hit around it, because there was the one time he did try and do that, and he did almost get punished for it. Jakk parries that; it could be scary for him. But ooh, yeah, the hard one, because I think he only did it once other. But SDing there, and Jakk takes game 1. Could be. There's like just getting used to a different character's weight and speed. It can definitely kind of throw you off. Going to Yoshi's.
I believe that's his favorite stage.
He's going Incineroar. He did not like that. I think he felt that he was still getting kept out.
I'm just saying, if he's going to Yoshi's, you best believe. If Yoshi's are Battlefield, you best believe he's going to Incineroar.
Right, Jakk trying to play the space game, getting just barely caught by that side B. The hitbox is a little scary, just how far it can reach out if you're not careful. Oh, nice patience there, but his shield is very tiny right now. Just getting as much damage as possible, and we got an even game.
Disadvantage is not the best off stage. However, I don't think there's much that we could do on stage to get just found except for using laser.
Maybe just like to catch him with a back air, but Gomez catching the side B. That move is very powerful and very scary, especially at ledge. Oh, that F smash actually spacing just around the Darkest Lariat. Trying to catch him with the laser instead of the back air. Air dodge saving him, but that back air will seal his fate. It is now 2 stocks apiece. Nice weight there.
Oh, he missed his own.
I think that's the second time he's done that this game, or this set. It's a little scary when it comes to it, waiting for that side B to get around the counter. Oh, he wanted it. Oh, and he gets punished for it, but unfortunate for both players there as we get into the last stock of this game too.
Unfortunate. I mean, Gomez got the clip he wanted. I don't blame him.
Like, I'm trying to think like who's more upset with that. It's like a raw neutral. Just both players get the stock at the end of the day. Percentage leads be darned. Ooh, just barely out of that grab range.
No, not very. He just got lucky that he was mashing that A button. He was getting away with it.
Ooh, trying to catch him with that dash attack, just a little too slow.
Okay, now this is exactly the momentum he needs. Exactly. This is exactly. Oh,
all right, Jakk going back, resetting neutral, just not wanting any of that, and I don't blame him.
That's true because.
And he's back, but nice patience there, waiting for the entirety of the up B, but it doesn't quill. Uh-oh. He's living, but that's scary.
Why did that give me kills?
Because it's Incineroar. He's got all... That was pinpoint. If he was waiting for like a half a second longer, he was dead. Jakk securing game 2 with a clutch up smash. I don't know if he was like, if he could angle it to make it like more likely to get hit by that, or if maybe being at ledge changed it a little, but he was staying alive and secures it. Oof. And we got a music counter pick on the stream again. What do we got? We got punch out. That'd be funny. We got Mute City.
There's no way.
I'm gonna be honest here. I don't think that's the play. That sounds awful. Like, these two characters are already getting spaced out and are already getting thrown off stage and having a bad time. Yeah. I don't know if you want to go little back for that. But here we go, game 3, going to Battlefield instead. Nice wait there. Gomez only trying to shield out of that.
Now Jakk is just running around. We're playing safe. He's a whole 2 games ahead. Not just, well, actually, I take the back. He is in the lead. So he doesn't have really much to worry about.
Punishing that drop from platform there. Jakk now just maintaining this bit of advantage he's got. That looked very weird. Just scooped him. Yeah, he gets it. I think he's out of range. Doesn't need it. He might have been able to hold it for like a second longer to get a little bit more distance, but it's a very rough approximation there. Gomez now on the offensive, getting a lot of momentum for taking that first stock.
This is exactly what I was talking about. If Incineroar or Gomez and both get that momentum, that would be a pure steamboat right there.
Ooh, catching him with that up B with the weird hitbox on it. That back air, not gonna quite seal it yet. Try to get him with the little stinky leg. Oh, the dare. That's like the best extra credit ever. That's like extra credit with like a toy. Ooh, just out of the way for that F tilt. Doing the falling nair. But he's able to get back, and that's gonna hurt, but he's not dead. Oh, he's dead.
Of course, you see the percent. Look at the rate.
It's kind of obscured by the microphone. I'm sorry. But now, Gomez with a very good lead here. It's still totally doable. Not quite with that back air just yet.
Yeah, but yeah, this is very doable for Jakk. You don't think Alvaro Gomez like, oh, he's going to be real speed.
He went far with that. All right, catching him with the up B, just enough to kill.
Up B in neutral. There we go. That should work.
Yeah.
And it did.
Sometimes it's the weirdest things that work. Just around it, but gets punished for attempting to grab out with the down smash. just like the little bit of shield he's got right now, just from that Darkest Lariat.
Well, I know he's trying.
Is he dead? I think he's dead.
Yes, he is dead.
Yep. All right, Gomez with a pretty convincing game 3 win, and now we get to see where Jakk wants to counterpick.
It makes sense. Well, it doesn't.
The
Actually,
FD
yeah, that makes sense because now he doesn't have platforms to sit and hit one another.
But for FD, the opposite is true. He doesn't have any platforms, so he doesn't have to worry about getting back to stage as much. Is he gonna run it back? I don't remember. Is there DSR?
Yeah, there's a DSR.
Okay, but he's gonna run it. I guess he's being allowed, so we are going to see. Oh, maybe is it modified DSR or just straight DSR? Okay, it's modified. So yeah, so he can go back. So he's gonna opt to bring it back to PS2, get a lot of space to move around, some smaller platforms that allows him to A, pressure, and B, get out of the way if he needs to. And here's the start. Immediately with the revenge. But Jakk, with the immediate pressure, getting a good amount of damage there.
Wait, where did the revenge go?
I think he took enough damage, but Jakk with the SD going just a little too far under PS2.
I mean,
You hate to say
that
it.
is unfortunate, but we always take those.
I mean, you have to take them. Is it more disrespectful to not take it, though? But Jakk looked very strong there. I feel like he can secure the stock relatively quickly if he doesn't get impatient.
And if he doesn't get impatient, knowing how Jakk plays.
But right now, getting just a little bit more. Nice way, getting the up smash, and it's just gonna kill. Ooh, a little prep there. It's at 47%. Ooh, that Darkest Lariat, the Tomahawk Darkest Lariat, was just very scary. Ooh, the double jump catches him. All right, getting the grab into patience, but no grab, just trying to up for the F tilt instead.
Oh, now this is scary.
Ooh, just space out of the way.
Now, if I know this match, if I know Incineroar well enough, if he got a side move, probably somewhere around.
Ooh, he caught him on the down smash. And just like that, Gomez now losing the game, and on his last stock,
not losing.
he's in a losing position in terms of stock.
I want to say it's even because Incineroar, he had very good game.
He does, but now it's on Jakk to get as much extra credit as he can right now.
Just barely using.
Waiting, not going for the grab though. That's going to kill. So we're going to be at last stock, game 4. Jakk hoping to get this last stock so he can move on.
Understand that every time he's just that's bad to run away, he's just going laser trying to reset neutral. He's not to his advantage.
Ooh, catching him on the side B, opting for a dash attack, expecting a tech out. Ooh, those are gonna hurt. Oh, nice patience again there with that side B, catching him after the revenge. Oh, the patience!
Jakk knows he's just going to look for that shield grab.
Very scary position now for Jakk. I'm scared. Forward throw, sends him a deep way in, opting for the up B, getting back. All right, this is anybody's game. He's getting out of the way of that. There is no good to be found on the end of that. The knee. Oh, and the pop off from Gomez. We're going to a game 5. Are we going to see him run it back? I'm thinking maybe.
How does the modified thing?
So you can't go back to the stage you last won on a best of 5. So if you won, so for instance, Jakk won game 1, I think on PS2. So after that, he can't go back to PS2 if he picks another stage. But if he wins on another stage after that, for the next game that he has to pick, he can't go back to that last stage, and he could go back to PS2, which he chooses to. Game 5.
Game 5, 2-2. GomezFL versus Jakk.
Right now, both players keeping out of the way. Gomez striking with the first bit of damage. Now, I will say, Jakk got a ton of damage that first stock last game, and then immediately died at like almost 0. Ooh, nice little wall jump there, but not quite able to get away.
Yeah, that was nice, but I don't think it was really necessary because look at him. He is now, he was once his leader. Now that's it.
Now it's close. Just out of the way.
I was going to say, hear me out. He's going to get that side beam. That's a dead wolf right there.
I was going to say maybe try and threaten it, but he's catching him with that up air.
That killed?
Yep. Gomez securing the first stock. They were pretty high up, and the taunt. All right, Jakk trying to work that back air more.
Yes, that high caught. Yeah, I know for Jakk, he will be demoralized right now after that one side that caught him while he was in the air.
Yeah, ooh, that's even more damage. Gomez now. It's one of those matchups that's kind of tiring as well when you're fighting, when you're on the opposite end of it. Like, you've already had to put a lot of thought into those approaches, and sometimes you just can't find that kill. And now you're in a Game 5 scenario where you're losing that other stock, and now Jakk leaning back into his seat, taking some deep breaths. This is still very much doable, though.
Very much, probably. As you just saw, when he was double jumping around his shield, GomezFL then tried to go for that, just made a shield grab. He actually just disengaged.
Yeah.
Which shows that adaptation from GomezFL's part.
Oh no, the random down smash in the center of the stage, that hurts. Well, we've been seeing that a lot, jumping around the side B into an F tilt. I don't know if he's trying to go for a back air or in the middle of that, or if that's just what he's preferring.
Now Jakk is just...
This is that super patience. Get in that back air. Or back throw. Not quite going to kill because he's so heavy. Oh, he wanted it. He wanted that nair, but just went a little too low. That back throw is going to hurt, but he's still kicking. Ooh, the down tilt. I think he's out of the way. Yeah, that's it. The pop off. And Gomez moving on.
3-2 to win losers semifinals.